USA artist in recovery. It's 4:42 Pacific Standard Time. It's July 26, 2023. The Weaver John C. The zombie out here of Rosamond, California. Zombie, 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 zombie. Zombie not awake. Zombie requires sleep. Order coffee. Zombie requires something. We're not alive, not awake. Caught your video this morning, dude. Uh, Take your time on the videos when you're watching them. Some of these things that you're talking about, I'm hearing on progressive media. Uh, the algorithms of our social media have got me locked into a lot of topics that sometimes I'm having a hard time trying to get the hell out of. And you're asking yourself, why is all this happening? We hadn't noticed about this thing for a long while. You look like you're the same age as I am, pal, so you probably chewed the same, well, not quite chewing the same dirt, but the same time period anyway. You would have seen the adjustment in behaviors all over the place growing up if you had remembered back. My brother usually would jump on my case for not being observant. Well, I was observant. I just wasn't observant the way he was. My brother, David, he really wasn't all that much observant, but he was in his youth. But when he got out of the military, he was worse. He had to look at every detail, every around him, and he kept chiding me and getting on my case every so often. John, how come you're not paying attention to what's going on around you? I'll tell you, uh, before he had a stroke and kicked off in 2018, my brother and I would be walking in this town of Roseman to and from different places. I'd be ahead of him at times and then walking beside him, only because I'm doing the scouting. He's walking, he's managing his knees are giving him shit, his back's giving him shit, his body's giving him shit well before the stroke hit. When he got older, he got more worn down, but when he was a lot younger, he was actually able to get around a little bit more better. When you do a lot of damage to your body, Daryl, you start feeling it like crazy. Boy, do you feel it. Anyway, I'd be walking ahead of my brother, checking things out, and my brother's just strolling to wherever our destinations, usually bus stop or maybe a liquor store. I'm usually ahead of him. I had to worry and I had to observe a lot of things and keep it in the back of my head. I don't know, something about my particular nature was keep the details in the head, just notice things and just not go crazy over it. I guess when you're a writer, and I've been trying to be a writer, but it's not trying to be right. You either are or you're not. Either you're going to produce or you're not. I just never showed the production, that's all. But I try to keep details in my head all the time, just to can't explain it to people. I just notice things about people. I'm getting sloppy in my old age. But behaviors and thought patterns and people screaming and yelling at each other, It's one thing when they had domestic issues left and right, but now we get pickier and pickier. And with the invention of the camera form, we can actually drive each other crazy. Now, we could drive each other crazy with 8 millimeters, pop in film cartridges, and then take pictures like that. But no network to distribute them. You just had them at home. But with the advent of the internet, social media, digitizing everything else, now it's so damn easier just to be content creators left and right, including if you want to show people's behavior left and right. My God, Daryl, that is just small potatoes of what can be blocked into your world by the algorithms that social media is working on more and more. Less human intervention, more of the algorithms to where they're showing our behavior and our patterns left and right. And I'm locked into patterns that I don't even want to do it. I mean, it's one thing to see a few things, curiosity or just out of pure boredom, but when they got it locked in as a damn constant diet, it drives me insane. I can go to Facebook, and it's usually where I'm hiding out at mostly, and also YouTube now these days. I don't do the TikTok. I've been TikTok, and I don't like TikTok. I've been Instagram. I don't like Instagram. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with them. Getting older, I'm getting set in my ways. I'm saying screw it. It probably would have been the same thing if we actually had the environment of MySpace when I was out there, but I never even tried that either. I just got onto Facebook. I was comfortable with it. Still am. So now I'm trying to get more and more comfortable with YouTube. But I'm not hip. I'm not up. I'm not with it. Whatever the hell the damn terminology they use these days for the Gen Zs. I'm a Gen X. No, I'm not a Gen Xer. Damn it, I'm an old fart. Deal with it. Fuck it. The algorithms kept selecting those videos out there for people having conniption fits. People have different areas on social media where they're showing other people having conniption fits just by having a camera stuck in their face or almost. Go to different private places or different areas of different locations, and you see all these people having conniption fits everywhere. Don't take that camera to me! Don't put that camera to me! How dare you! Who do you think you are? I'm going to shove this thing in your face! Don't you talk to me! Don't you talk to me! Don't come near me! And having conniption fits left and right. You were probably seeing or reading something that's. And you probably did experience that one. Of somebody having an absolute conniption fit because I don't know what the hell was going on in their mental faculties either. Over a bathroom issue? You are quite correct concerning about certain building codes. I mean, maybe in different states they have different building codes concerning about restrooms. And if it is an older building, it's dealing with just one bathroom, shit. Or just one type of generic bathroom and they don't like it, they can go somewhere else. But if he's going to be going out to complain to store management about it, what the hell are they going to do about it? Shit, yeah, I see some of the videos I've been coming across left and right on Facebook regarding this situation. Oh my God. People have the most weirdest conniption fits over situations and things, I swear. It's nuts. I see people outside in my own complex out here having their own conniption fits, yelling and screaming at each other or something like that. It continued for about a couple hours before they split. No, they just got sick and tired of yelling at each other. Maybe in certain circumstances, I would have listened to the burp in my head at this point. I would say, "You've got to be the peacemaker. You got to be peacemaker. You got to go in there and see what's going on." Now I know my brother in my back of my head also would say, "John, stay out of it." I stay out of it. Certain things I would probably get my face into it if I had it, you know, if I had no other choice. But other things, I stay out of it. Stay out of people's hair at this point over here. Let them scream and yell at each other. They won't act like complete blithering idiots. That's one thing. But if they're going to be doing a weapon at this point over here, that's another thing altogether. I am not trained for this. I may be the guy putting a camera in the whole situation and witnessing it, and also trying to get enough information to show to the cops about what's going on. That's one thing they don't know about. Camera phones, when they're used, can be very tricky. You don't know if a situation or a position is somewhat situated where maybe you have to do something like this. Are you being recorded, Daryl? Or aren't you? Outside state laws of California, outside the own home, it's almost public. This is a public area out here. The common area. That's the common areas. The walkways, the parking lots, the sidewalks, the streets. They're all they're all public. Inside, it's different. If you're going to be doing recording at all, you have to let them know what's going on. If you're going to be doing a recording on your phone, you got to let the other party know about it. It's strictly the law. How does this solve the bathroom situation? With the guy having a conniption fit regarding it? If he's having an issue concerning about the damn bathrooms, he got to leave. Or he's just going to suck it up and deal with it. Hell, I've been into places like that. It never bothered, it never occurred to me that certain places would actually have that kind of situation. It would freak him out if it didn't have a urinal but just a toilet, huh? You know what? Big deal. Apartments have gender neutral. They don't have it situated where we have male and female. We have a bathroom. That's a common use bathroom. Would this guy also have a conniption fit if he happens to go on a cruise ship? Or even in a train? You think? Would he really have a conniption fit at this point over here? We're also trying to figure out where all this comes from. I don't know. Maybe he was already disturbed originally and got force fed the bullshit. When you go through the same thing and you have no other place to go except you don't like the other ones because they're telling you other things and their opinions and their comments are like, ugh, how dare you? So naturally, you get into one particular news organization or theoretical news organization that used to be a news organization, but now it's a propagandist. It's something that Goering back in the 1930s to 40s would appreciate a great more. How to program the masses into what you want. So you'll force feed them all the crap necessary. But then again, you also got to be careful about the other media organizations as well. I tried to say this in my earlier videos concerning about press. Press is subject to interpretation of whatever you're looking at. Perceptions. Perspective. The camera lens is gender neutral. It's neutral. But it could be either focused on a topic. I'm on a topic of a headset here. The headset's looking at me very weird. What's your problem, headset? Okay, no problem. Wait a second. It said something. If I'm going to be bringing up a topic at this point over here, Daryl, what happened out here in Southern California. Rodney King is a perfect example concerning about um, items being interpreted and reinterpreted. Granted, there was police violence against a drunkard when he got pulled over, and he didn't reply. And a lot of officers came out before, beat the shit out of the guy to nearly death. But he didn't die. He said I had a lot of brain injury, and he was trying to stop a riot after it started. He's trying to tell people to get along. Can we all get along? It wasn't exactly a hero. It was just a guy, wrong place, wrong time, and instigate. He was part of an instigation of a situation that exploded like crazy. I mean, you read it on Wikipedia what the hell the damn thing was, but I lived through the damn thing. I was seeing it firsthand. These eyes, these perspectives, are looking at content. I'm looking at things in one particular way, my own way. There's the truth, and there's perspective of how many people are looking at the one item. If I'm going to say gender neutral at this point, we'll pick on these things again. Headsets, gender neutral. You just put them on your head, wear them. Microphone, Bluetooth capable. You got it programmed into a few things. I got them programmed into this computer. I got it programmed into my cell phone. Gender neutral, no problem. But somebody could have an issue with these things. They're not pretty. They're black. Or off-colored black. It's the wrong color for it. My God, there's something wrong with these things. They're not gender neutral. Oh, maybe worse. They're only for men. They're not for women. They're not for transgender. They're only for... What are they for? I never considered myself a voice actor, but my mother said I had a talent for doing voices. Well, I got myself screwed over on that one a long time ago. So, but nothing wrong with making voices myself. But the thing is, it's perspective, Daryl. We look at items with our own perspectives, our own viewpoints. And everyone else has got their own viewpoints about the certain same object. Okay. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, the pyramid with a rainbow on it. It's an example that we could use here. Different rainbows, different light spectrum. You shine light through a crystal, and you see the rainbow effect. After a rain shower, or when a rain shower is still moving away, you sometimes see a rainbow effect. Light refraction. Light's components you can actually see in the sky visually. There's a lot of science I could throw into this situation over here, but it's perspective that we have to look at. Even news sources have their own viewpoints, their own slant. And sometimes you just have to either learn to live with it or get other viewpoints to get the bigger picture of what the item is. If we're talking about politics, it's always changing. Perspectives always changing. Viewpoints always changing. If it's something physically happening at that point and everyone else is watching it, but they got different viewpoints of the damn thing. Is it natural? Is it unnatural? They'll be asking questions about this thing, tearing it apart. Kind of world we live in, pal. Anyway, just a thought this morning. I'm still waking up, and my little dog still wants to take me to take her out for a pee, so I'm going to do that. I'll get back to another video and dump it on the rest of the YouTube here. So.